When we left off with episode 10, things went from bad to worse as Tessa and Kaname got captured in the bathroom, so they were then traded for the captured kid, only for the exchange to go wrong and they got captured yet again. This is not looking good. I'm starting to think maybe the side with teenagers isn't cut out to battle terrorists. We pick up with the two girls being driven off in the bad guy's van, and Sosuke having survived by taking cover inside the building when the rocket hit. And luckily, his teammates arrive.
So, tell me, where in the world are my lovely little ladies?
Well, they bring weapons anyway. Meanwhile, on that ship, Not Kino is still questioning Sosuke's mentor pal, though she doesn't like it when he mocks how her idol went out and hanged himself. So she jabs his wound, just to show how annoyed she is, and follows up by making clear he's going to be executed once he spills what he knows about the Lambda driver. Yeah, that'll persuade him to talk. Meanwhile, Kurtz is giving Sosuke shit about releasing Tessa first, that he shouldn't have been so logical about it, but followed his instincts. Mind you, Kurt's instincts are questionable enough that I would take that under advisement. But speaking of the girls, the van has arrived on the ship, so we can see the touching reunion. See how hard she touched him? The reason he was freaking out was because he didn't take his medicine. He claims they accidentally fell in the toilet, and he just decided to keep that to himself. After another one to make her point, she then hugs him. Tough love. Made from teak. The two girls are locked in a cabin together where Tessa admits that her behavior has been, well, less than professional.
I acted stupidly to try and rescue you, because you were already doing something stupid.
This is your confession, don't drag me into it. Well, Tessa feels her own behavior has been silly, disruptive, and ultimately counterproductive. Kaname explains that for her, though, it's about standing up to anyone that she considers an enemy, which seems to be Sosuke based on their past interactions. It's just that sometimes he seems to...
Hey, stop!
Yeah, that. Kaname says she had trouble after coming back to Tokyo when she'd lived abroad, and it got really bad. Since things changed at high school, all she has to worry about now is Sosuke creating problems. She presents a balanced view. He's pretty bad, she says, but also he tries hard. Mostly, though, this seems to push the slider towards dimwit in her view. The two are brought in to see the old guy, but not socially, is to threaten them in order to make him talk. Tessa tells him not to, but he acts like she's not his superior, which is admittedly an easy trick to pull off. The thug threatens to put a bullet in Kaname's leg, so the old guy says he'll tell him, but only if he will come close enough, since it's information the girls can't possibly know.
I'm not too thrilled with the idea of a man whispering in my ear.
But if I say no homo first, it's okay. Together, he and Tessa get the guy to shoot himself in the throat and go to make their escape. While Kurtz and Sosuke are rushing towards the ship where the tracker and Kaname is leading them, it's going to mean that the cops are a bit of an issue. So to stop them, we're going to have to use our giant decloaking robot. Well, that works, but it forces the cops to call in the JSDF to deal with it now. Oh, they do fire their guns at it, though, presumably just for the novelty of getting to fire at something. Meanwhile, the escaping trio stop to see if there's a giant robot on board. Why don't we ask him if he's seen it? Yes, the little prick Takama is here and says it's called Behemoth. On account of even by giant robot standards, it's gigantic. It has no purpose other than destruction.
You see, I'm not expecting to get anything out of this personally. It's really just a form of expression. I'm just expressing my opinion.
If ever there was a metaphor for social media behavior, this is it.
I'll destroy many things and kill many people. Then my sister will be happy?
Yeah, it's worth it to see her face light up like that. Kurtz and Sosuke arrive to break this up, and Kaname runs over and grabs Sosuke, admitting how worried she was that something had happened to him. When push comes to shove, her actions say what her mouth refuses to. Meanwhile, Takuma was hit during the exchange, but his sister tells him to suck it up and get in the damn behemoth, you little shit. So he does. And it looks bad.
No, Takuma, wait! You shouldn't be piloting that monster! If you don't get out, the machine will take total control!
She cares. Plot point. The behemoth is so freaking huge that only the Lambda driver can allow it to not collapse under its own weight. Well, nothing to do but run for it, except the old guy goes back for not Kino. No good deed goes unpunished. Also, oh, now the behemoth's got to climb a really, really, really tall building with its true love. What's it mean? We'll find out tomorrow as we close out this arc of Full Metal Panic.